Derek Khanna, you were just on Democracy Now! Talking about the penalty you could face for unlocking a cell phone.
Yes.
You just got a call from the White House. Can you explain first what unlocking a cell phone means and what they said?
Sure. So unlocking your cell phone is a pretty simple technique where you hook your phone to a computer and change some settings on the device to allow for you to use a SIM card from another provider. It's actually a pretty simple technique used by a lot of people, including international travelers and our soldiers overseas. So we were launching we had a website petition with We the People for the White House's website, and our petition got over 100,000 signatures, and I just got a phone call from the White House, and the White House has come out in favor of reversing the decision of the Librarian of Congress to make unlocking your cell phone for personal use lawful. Additionally, I was told that the FCC is seriously going to be investigating the unlocking issue, and as well as competition in the wireless industry in general. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly to me, I was told that the White House will be spearheading their own legislation to permanently fix this issue, to create permanent exceptions to the DMCA through law. As they said on the phone, they found the situation to be quite outrageous and had been reading the articles quite closely.
Who called you?
It was a friend of mine who works in the technology department of the White House. I think it's Office of Technology.
Who was it, Mike Stebbins?
I think it's Michael Edelman.
And how did they know that you were working on this issue?
Well, this is an issue that I've been engaged with for some time. I wrote about 4 issues on this, including the leading one in the Atlantic. I had emailed with the White House back and forth to let them know that this was going on, to see if this was something they wanted to weigh in on. So this is something that I've been trying to build as broad a coalition as possible on.
Can you explain exactly what unlocking a cell phone means?
Sure. So unlocking your phone allows for you to use a SIM card from another provider. So you can pop a SIM card out if you have an AT&T phone, and then you can use a SIM card for perhaps a T-Mobile phone. So it's a very common and simple technique that basically means that you alter the settings on the phone.
And what were the penalties that you faced for doing this? And how did it end up happening that you actually could go to jail for 5 years for doing this? How is it dealt with in other countries?
Well, as far as I'm aware, we're the only country that has such a crazy law. In Canada, for example, they require all their phones to be unlocked by law. In our country, it's against the law to unlock the phone. So
and you can get locked up.
Exactly. So you can go to jail for 5 years or a $500,000 fine, which is a pretty crazy situation.
Anything else you want to add?
I just want to thank you for having me on the show this morning. I'm sure going on Democracy Now! And getting a phone call from the White House 12 hours later is a common occurrence.
12? I thought it was 3.
3 hours later. 3 hours later.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Derek Khanna. And Derek, your organization is?
I'm a visiting fellow with Yale Law School, and I have a new website, fixcopyright.com.